Well, I guess it's not all doom and gloom in tech. There's a huge silver lining in Silicon Valley. The tech mecca is in the middle of an epic hiring spree. Moody's predicts some 150,000 new tech jobs will be added to the economy this year alone. So who's hiring and what jobs? Joining us is Scott Millen, CEO of online recruiting firm Dice Holdings, and John Rettinger, president of Techno Buffalo. Okay, good to have both of you with us. Let me talk with you, John, first. When Moody's says 150,000 tech jobs are going to be added in this year, and there, as of right now, or actually last month, 6.1 million tech jobs were available in the United States. How does that compare to every other industry? Does it really stand out?
It absolutely stands out. That 6.1 million jobs is actually up 2.4% from last year. It's time to start having faith in the American economy again, and tech is really one of the sectors leading that charge. Google added 1,900 jobs in the first quarter alone. They are on an really impressive hiring spree. College recruitment is way up. Google is competing with Microsoft, is competing with Facebook. We haven't seen perks like this since the dot-com boom of the early 2000s. Facebook is voted one of the top places to work. Google is offering espresso bars, shuttles, doctor's appointments, and a ton of perks that make working for the tech giant really appealing.
Scott, what about you? I mean, you're out there hiring people. Walk us through how hard is it to find people? Are you having to pay them more? What kind of perks are you giving them?
Well, you're right. We're hiring people around our company, and we're finding that it is much more difficult to find people. You know, if you look at the site that we run, dice.com, we've seen a surge in recruiting for technology people really across all the major metropolitan areas in the U.S. and all the skill sets. And in some of the major tech centers in the U.S., so Silicon Valley, New York, Seattle, Austin, Texas, those are very tight labor markets today, and companies are going to have to react to that.
And so do you find the people that you need here, Scott? I mean, are you forced to look overseas? Do people have the right degrees? I mean, we always hear this fight, right? Especially when it comes to tech and high-tech engineering.
Sure. Well, there is a wonderful talent pool here in the U.S. Because of some of the visa restrictions that have been in place since 9/11, many companies have been forced to go offshore to find people. But there's a terrific labor pool here. It's getting a little tight in those major tech centers, though.
Where do you think, John, is this all still really in a couple of metropolitan areas, whether that be Austin or San Francisco?
You know, it's certainly focused where a lot of these major companies are. Northern California is always a hotbed for tech, and the other areas that were mentioned, Austin, Texas, and New York. It is a great time to be out there looking for a job. If you're a college student and you're figuring out which career you want to pursue, technology is really going to offer tremendous advantages. If you're considering a midlife career change, there are going to be tremendous opportunities for talented people in the tech field. And
what's the overall average salary, Scott, would you say?
Well, on our site, the overall salary is just about $80,000 a year, but there's really a lot of upside to that. We're seeing salaries in Silicon Valley well over $100,000, $150,000 and up to get the key skills.
All right. Thanks very much. Scott, John, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great to be here.
Well, Apple came under fire last week after the revelation that the iPhone and iPad tracks users. Now,